Have you ever thought about how one person's decision could actually silence the fires of war across 6 nations? Today, we're going to talk about a fascinating story from the Buddhist scriptures. We'll look at a princess and see how she used her wisdom and the power of her laws to resolve a crisis that almost destroyed an entire kingdom. Our journey today will be divided into 5 parts. The dilemma, the difficult choice the princess faced, the great refusal of her incredible rejection of worldly power, the path to awakening and her journey toward enlightenment, the past life connection as the secret behind her fate and her ancient laws, the revelation and the vital lessons this story teaches us about karma, the beauty that triggered a crisis. Have you ever experienced a situation where your greatest strength actually became your biggest problem? This was the core conflict faced by our protagonist, Princess Kashi Sundari, the beauty of Kashi. Her beauty, which should have been a divine blessing, unexpectedly became the spark for a massive crisis. Let us set the scene: the wealthy and prosperous kingdom of Sarnath, the Deer Park. Princess Kashi was the pride of the nation. Not only was her beauty world-renowned, but she was also incredibly talented. Most importantly, she possessed a deeply devout heart that yearned for the Dharma. But because she was so famous, trouble arrived. 6 powerful neighboring kingdoms, as if by prior agreement, sent envoys at the exact same time to demand her hand in marriage. This wasn't an honor, it was an imminent political explosion. Imagine her father, King Brahmadatta. He stood on the city walls and saw the armies of 6 nations surrounding his capital, everyone watching like hawks, ready to snatch the bride by force. He thought, "It's over. We are truly doomed." A choice that stunned 6 kings. Just as her father was falling into despair, the princess remained the calmest person in the room. She pleaded with her father, "Father, please give the right of choice to me." With no other options, the king agreed. Surprisingly, when the news broke, the 6 kings also agreed to her terms. They temporarily withdrew their troops, waiting for the princess to make her final decision. Now comes the highlight of the story. The 6 kings, dressed in their finest robes, brought their most lavish betrothal gifts, and gathered together. Each was brimming with confidence, certain the princess would choose him. The atmosphere was incredibly tense. Princess Kashi, adorned in magnificent jewelry and riding a great elephant, slowly passed before each expectant king. Everyone held their breath, wondering who the lucky winner would be. Then, she made an announcement that left the entire assembly in shock. She rejected all of them. She stated that she did not want a worldly marriage. What she truly desired was to walk the path of spiritual liberation. At first, there was a dead silence. Do you think there was anger? No, instead, there was a profound sense of respect and awe that had never been felt before, from royalty to sainthood. But the story doesn't end there. It was only the beginning. She resolutely bid farewell to the luxuries of the palace and set out alone on a journey to find the Buddha. Her goal was clear: she wanted to ask the Buddha for ordination to become a bhikkhuni, a nun. Her transformation was staggering. It wasn't just that she joined the order. Her spiritual progress was incredibly fast. Once she let go of her past, she practiced with extraordinary determination. Before long, she attained the stage of an arhat. What kind of state is that? Simply put, she had logged out of the worldly game. In her eyes, gold and cow dung were the same. The palm of her hand and the vast emptiness of space were equal. All worldly dualities and distinctions had vanished for her. Those who had followed her from the palace watched in total shock and reverence. The secret of the ancient vow. Naturally, you're probably wondering, just as I am, how did all of this happen? The monks who witnessed this also went to ask the Buddha about the underlying cause. They asked, why was this princess born into royalty? Why is she so beautiful? And why does she have such firm faith in the Dharma that she could attain enlightenment so quickly? These questions set the perfect stage for the Buddha to teach a profound lesson on the power of vows. The Buddha explained that none of this was a coincidence. The answer stretched back to the time of a previous Buddha, Kassapa Buddha. In that distant past life, she had also been a very devout nun. At the end of that life, she made a very specific and powerful wish. In the future, may I be born into a wealthy family. May I be beautiful and dignified. And may I become a monastic and attain arhatship during the time of Shakyamuni Buddha. The lesson is we are the architects of our future. Looking deeply into the Buddha's teaching, we see the core point. The trajectory of the princess's life was not an accident. It was the 100% manifestation of the powerful, clear vow she had made in a past life. This tells us that our now is actually shaped by the countless thoughts and intentions we have held in the past. The story also subtly illustrates two different spiritual paths. The princess chose the path of the arhat. Think of this like a solo climber moving quickly to reach the mountain peak to find liberation for themselves. This differs from the bodhisattva path, where a person chooses to build a wider, easier road for everyone else first. They vow to lead everyone to the summit before they step onto it themselves. One path prioritizes efficiency and speed. The other prioritizes vast, universal compassion. Final reflection. Let us bring the core lesson of this ancient story back to our own lives. If every one of our thoughts truly holds such immense power to shape our future, what kind of wishes are we making today for ourselves and for the world? It is a question well worth reflecting on.